Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. Thank you so much for being here, really appreciate it. You guys decided on the chat that you wanted to see Lost March this time around, so that's what we are going to be looking at. Jumpluff is a Gen 2 Pokemon, right? So there's the Jumpluff. There's the cute little Jumpluff. Okay, so we are going to be using the Lost March deck that got top 8. I was very surprised when I saw that deck went 9-0 and then made it all the way to top 8. Definitely very impressed. I do like the idea of the triple Marshadow that they used. Before that even got talked about, I was testing against the people that I coach with double Marshadow because I wanted to not run any GXs. And I see now that they still have the one Lele as an option, but there's still the double Marshadow, which seems like a good call for sure. Brand new day indeed, Tiny Accumulator. It's not a brand new day for those of you watching on Twitch, but it is for the people watching on YouTube. And so I guess we will leave Dalton's Ultra Malamar deck for tomorrow. So we have Lost March. Jumpluff dealing 20 damage for each of your Pokemon in Lost Zone except Prism Star Pokemon for a single grass. Natu does the same for a DCE. And then we have Skiplum with its ability Floral Path to the Sky. Once during your turn before you attack, you may search your deck for Jumpluff, put this Pokemon and all cards attached to it in the Lost Zone, and then put that Jumpluff in its place. This is how we are going to get a lot of our Pokemon into a Lost Zone. We are also going to be using Trumbeak with its ability Mountain Pass, where once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is in your hand, you may reveal it. And if you do, you look at the top card of your opponent's deck and put this Pokemon in the Lost Zone. And if the card you revealed is a supporter card, you may put that in the Lost Zone as well. Yeah, so if your opponent has no cards in the deck, apparently you can't use this ability, which is interesting, but probably won't ever be a factor. And then we have Triple Marshadow with Let Loose. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, during your turn you may have each player shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 4 cards. And then we have Double Orange Guru as well for its Instruct ability as support. And I do like the extra Pokemon count because it does make Lost Blender a lot more effective. That's one of the things that I didn't like about the first iterations of Lost March, that Lost Blender seemed like a good card, but it ended up not being great. And finally we have one double Lele for support, or if we don't need it, we can just Lost Blender it away. So, supporters wise, we have triple Elms, triple Lily, triple Cynthia, and triple Guzma. Then we have 4 Great Ball, triple Netball, triple Ultra Ball, triple Lost Blender, and 2 Rescue Stretcher. And finally, energy wise, we have the Super Boost Energy, the 3 Grass Energy, and the 4 DCE. The Super Boost Energy is an out to combating Shuckle GX decks a lot more effectively, and so let's grind the ladder a little bit with Lost March, see how well we can run with this deck. Henry, not to change the subject, but have you thought about streaming Pokemon Let's Go? I have. In fact, I've actually gone ahead and taken advantage of the Black Friday deals on Amazon, and I have bought a capture card for the Nintendo Switch and a PlayStation 4. So I won't get it until Anaheim Regionals because I had to send it to a US address. But by the time after Anaheim Regionals, I will have access to that. Therefore, I will be able to live stream Switch games, right? And PlayStation 4 games, which I hope to buy sometime soon. And I guess I could also stream things like GameCube, the Wii U, things like that. Yeah, so it's gonna be cool. Yeah, it's gonna be cool, and probably I will definitely stream Let's Go. Probably some shiny hunting, probably some. I really wonder if I should just Lost Blender a Jumpluff and the Trumbeak. I think I am going to. You don't mind having Jumpluffs in the Lost Zone, honestly. At least not too much. I'm gonna go ahead and Marshadow my opponent down to 4 cards. This limitation save line might indicate. Ooh, this is a great hand to get. The limitation save line might indicate we're up against Zora control, which is not nice. And then I feel like I should attach DC to a Marshall and retreat to the Natu, right? Shoot that. Oh, tag attack. Thank you so much for the host. Very, very kind of you. I didn't expect the music to last this long. Okay, so I really need to attach an retreat. I don't know which energy to use though. I think I'm gonna use the PC. That makes sense to me. And then I'll leave the bench space open for a potential third Hoppet. The Rangoon is tempting, but I do need to get more Pokemon into Plus. So. Music is a little loud. Okay, sorry about that. Is that better? Yeah, I need to fix that. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna actually fix that. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. Clearly the things I tweaked weren't not done completely 100% bug free. So whilst my opponent has his turn to see Great Ball and Elms, if he Elms into triple Zorua, I'm going to assume my opponent's playing Great Ball rather than Timer Ball because he flipped Double Tails, and that is correct. But we do see a Flabebe. Why would you want Flabebe? That is interesting. Okay, so the music is done, right? So hopefully this music is much better now. There's the Hoppip. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get triple Skiploom. Yeah. I'm gonna get triple Skiploom, and I'm gonna bench the other Hoppip. Now I do have Guzma, but I feel like Limitation Sableye is going to be the most annoying thing here, most likely. Of 3 cards, I don't think my opponent threatens me too much. Having this Jump Love in my hand is actually very unfortunate. And I should have enough Pokemon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a prize here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a prize. And so definitely need to change the host settings so that we don't have that alert duration. Okay. That should be better now. That should be the did I forget to bench the Hoppip? Yes, I did. I forgot to bench the Hoppip. I definitely forgot to bench the Hoppip. Okay, so the hosts are fixed. Now let me do the follows and subscriptions. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna change the subscription to this. It's a double. Okay, now it should be fixed. Yeah, everything should be good now. Okay. So there we see Zorg, we see a Vulpix. We'll probably be able to take another prize card here, which is awesome. And then getting enough enough Pokemon to hit all the way up to Zorg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is going to be actually decently difficult, but hopefully we'll manage. Paul, I am doing well, thank you. How about you? How about you? I mean, not benching the Hoppip is not that terrible. Oh my gosh, this is an infinite meal deck, right? This is actually an infinite meal deck. It's going to try to use limitations so that I can't Guzma, and it's going to try to paralyze me every single turn. Yeah. Okay, so next time someone subscribes, or I can just reuse as a previous subscription, we should have a different sound now. Hopefully, who will recognize this? Yeah, okay, different sound now. What's that for? Okay, so finally we get a Cynthia, which is nice. Now it doesn't matter that I didn't bench the Hobbit. I'm gonna go ahead and Great Ball. I will grab the Trumbeak, and there is a sweet spot. Yeah, there is a sweet spot over here where I can use the Trumbeak despite the fact that my bench is full. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attach. No, it's not you beat a trainer actually. It's not that. I'm gonna wait. Should I KO Pikachu? I mean, he does have the Ditto. The Ditto acts as a Pikachu, right? So I think I'm just gonna save my Guzmas for later. Well, I guess with limitation I can never Guzma, right? With limitation I can never Guzma. I'm not seeing how my opponent will get the infinite paralysis. You may flip a coin. If heads, put an item card. So he relies on coin flips, right? He relies on Florges' ability to reuse the Devolution Spray. Is Devolution Spray even legal in Standard? Is Devolution Spray even legal? Okay, so we are paralyzed, sure. Wow, and he has Pot down, so he can Acerola. Okay, so it's Pot down because he can Acerola that way. Yeah, Devolution Spray rotated, so he has Pot down, so he can damage himself and then keep using Acerola. Oh, it did get reprinted? Okay, and more flips. Okay, so we get limitation, right? We cannot play supporters. All we can do is pass here. The damage here doesn't matter. No point in using that ability because my last Jumpluff is in my hand. So we're gonna see a Rescue Stretcher, probably for another Raichu, I assume. No, for a second Florges. Okay, so every turn my opponent will try to use Florges. Wait, what? Hadn't he already evolved? Oh, he hadn't, I guess. He discards the Florges. Okay. So, Cynthia. He needs a Raichu to keep the lock going. What does that Florges do? It says, once during your turn before you attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, put an item card from your discard pile on top of your deck, not even to your hand. So he's trying to recycle Super Scoop Ups. Yeah, it's a cute idea, but it's too many flips to actually work. It's too many flips. So he will limitation, but he's not paralyzing me, and therefore I can just take a knockout here. I can just take a knockout here. I do have 2 Guzmas in my hand, and I do run 3, so I mean, any turns I am paralyzed, but not under limitation, I should be able to get a knockout. Perhaps I'll be able to get a knockout on the Zorg at some point. So yeah, cute idea, but the execution just isn't there. I don't think the execution, I don't know why I can't say execution. The execution is just not quite there. Okay. So now he has a double Pikachu plus Acerola going, right? Will he be able to pull that off plus Super Scoop Ups for 26 turns in a row? Maybe, right? Maybe. But he also decks himself out before that happens. I guess Palpat gives him an infinite luck. Rainbow Energy to the Pikachu limitation. Okay, so we're under luck, right? We are under luck. So it's just gonna be a draw pass. Yeah, I don't believe Devolution Spray was printed in Sun and Moon. I do not believe so. We see another Acerola. So we're gonna be paralyzed plus limitations again. The data will come down. See a Palpat, Palpatting back the 2 Acerolas. Now we might see another Wondrous Gift. Okay, my opponent might actually have me. My opponent might actually have me here. Huntress Gift Heads. Is it gonna be... I guess eventually you only need Palpad into Acerola. If it gets to that like point. Any double tails will be bad for him though. Lost zoning. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna save the Trombeak because lost zoning Acerolas. If I get, okay, this might get to the point where his deck becomes 2 Acerolas, and if it does happen, then I should save my 2 Trombeaks to lost zone the Acerolas away and therefore preventing the loop, right? What are my initial impressions of the coming tag team archetype? Good idea or too gimmicky? I mean, I assume it's going to be good. Yeah, honestly, I assume it's going to be good. It's the next step, right, in the power creep. Playing cards that give you 3 prizes. The attacks are humongous, the HP is humongous. So as long as you're cost effective with your tag team cards, they're going to be pretty good. Yeah. They're going to be pretty good. I expect, especially Snorlax, I expect it to be combined really nicely with Malamar and healing, and it's gonna make for quite a formidable deck. Okay, my opponent didn't get the paralysis off, which means we can use the DC to retreat and get another prize card, right? So yeah, there's an example of how my opponent ends up whiffing a turn, and now he needs another Sableye, another energy off of the 4-card hand, and a Raichu and an Acerola. Very smartly attaching an energy to a Raichu so that he can retreat. Acerola will give him the energy as well. I did see the Celebi and Venusaur tag team GX. My first immediate thought is the Shining Legends Venusaur, right? That could make the card pretty good. A very solid attacker. You can potentially like... Well, you don't have too much heal. You can't max potion it. That's the biggest issue. You cannot max potion it. Okay, so we're gonna see a Stretcher. There's the Sableye. So yeah, seems like my opponent will be able to keep the limitation lock going. We're gonna see the Acerola, that's fine. So he will get the paralysis off. He still keeps the rainbow to be able to attach an Acerola. Thank you so much for the follow, DJ Barara. But yeah. Still no double floor gates for my opponent, which is good. Down to 2 attacks for us. Those head flips are very good for my opponent, right? I really hope though that I am able to Trombeak both of his Acerolas. That would be pretty insane. He puts the card at the top. I could also Trombeak the Palpad. Oh no, I can't Trombeak the Palpad. Never mind. I can't Trombeak the Palpad. Super Scoop Up. Tails, that's good. Gladion. Is that the second Gladion? I believe it's the second Gladion. Rhyperior, Burning Shadows, and Celebi Prism Mail. In expanded. Stage 2 in expanded though. And Pixel Hungry, thank you so much for subscribing 16 months in a row. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so why are we not paralyzed though? Why are we actually not paralyzed? I'll just take the knockout then. I couldn't Guzma to target down the Pikachu if I could have. That would have been game. Skateboard, escape board. It's a skateboard, not a skateboard. That would be an immediate auto win. Yeah. Did he forget to paralyze you? Maybe he clicked. It's optional, right? You may. Maybe he clicked wrong. And Card Brothers, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription as well. Very kind of you. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so Rescue Stretcher back the Sableye. We need to pay attention to when my opponent pal pads the Acerolas. Right? There's a second Acerola. There's a second Acerola now. Energy there. He really needs to find that second Florges though. There's the Paralysis. There's the other Pikachu. There's a Palpad putting back the two Acerolas. There's the second Florges now. But yeah, I'm really hoping Trombeak will be good to us and will be able to get rid of the Acerolas. That would be insane. Does put the Super Scoop up at the top though. Does put the Super Scoop up at the top. Okay. Kim Super Scoop up, yeah. What regionals in the US after California am I going to? I am going to Anaheim next month, then I'm going to Dallas in January. Then I am going to Gus, thank you so much for choosing to use your Twitch Prime subscription on the channel. Very kind of you. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm going to Anaheim, then Dallas. I'm no longer going to Australia, so I'm going to Collinsville instead. I will be going to Collinsville. March is Toronto. April will hopefully be Germany. May will be Santa Clara, I believe. And then June will be NAIC. Yeah, those are the seven trips left for me this season. Depending on the day to invite and where the threshold might be, I might try to push a little bit more in the last quarter, especially since we should have Mexico City regionals. So I might go to a few more events towards the end of the season to push for the day to invite. You know. Do I play unknown Hennon's list? No. Will I go to Denver? It's not in my plans right now. When is Denver? Is it March or is it May? Denver is not currently in my plans. Denver is unfortunately not in my plans as of now. Since I'm only traveling once per month, I have to choose, right? Because some months have more than one regional. April. Okay, so if I somehow don't have the stipend for the European International, I might choose to go to Denver in April instead of Germany. Yeah. Daytona is definitely not in my plans. I don't know when Daytona is. Is it in March? Daytona is unfortunately not in my plans, Paul. I appreciate the offer to help, but Daytona is not in my plans. Okay. So there's the Palpad at the top of my opponent's deck. There's the first Acerola, right? So we need my opponent's deck to be two Acerolas. And then we just win, right? Then we just win. So our win condition is decking my opponent out. Yeah, sorry. Daytona, I don't think... When is Daytona? I honestly don't know. Wait, I think I really want to... I don't know... Okay, oh, this is how I can check. I'm going to use Floral Path to Sky. The second Trombeak is there. Yeah, so once my opponent has two Acerolas as the only cards left in his deck, I will be able to deck him out. Yeah. So we need to pay a lot of attention here. Okay, there's the second Acerola now in the discard pile. My opponent will really want to use the Palpad here. Is he running triple Acerola? I guess we don't technically know. There's a Palpad. It's April as well. Okay. So yeah, I actually think between Daytona and Denver, I would probably choose Denver in April. So, I mean, it all depends. If I really need to get the points for day 2, I might go to all tournaments in April. Yeah, I might make April the hype Tablemon. Yeah. Okay, we have 17 turns to make it to where my opponent flips double tails on the Florges and only uses Palpan. You know, that's the plan here. That is the plan. We need his deck to only beat 2 Acerolas. If I win all tournaments, I can afford to go. Definitely. Definitely. It's not a matter of affording to go, Pixel. It's a matter of time, other things in life. Right? It's all about the balance of things more than whether I can afford to go or not. Because honestly, traveling to the United States from Mexico is not expensive. At least for me. I'm very lucky for that. But it's a matter of like not dedicating every single weekend that I have to Pokemon. Yeah. H2WM, yeah. Indeed, Pixel Hungry, indeed. That's a factor as well. Okay, so you just need to be patient here. Only benches 1 Pikachu. 1 escape rope would have just won me the game now. 1 escape rope would have already won me the game. There's 1 tail slip. There's a trade. 1 card left in the deck. Is it the Acerola? No, right? He still has an Acerola in his hand. We're paralyzed. He's gonna Acerola. Yep, there's Acerola. There's a Palpat. Ah, but it's 3 cards still. 3 cards. Ah, this was the perfect opportunity. 1 card short. 1 card short. Unless he rescue stretchers back 6 Pokemon. Will team up be legal for Collinsville? I'm actually not sure. When is Collinsville? That's the first question. When is Collinsville? That's the first question. If Collinsville is on or after the 3rd weekend of February, then it will be. If it's before that, then it won't be. You know? Yes, Grave. That is the only purpose of the Super Boost Energy. So much player-to-player interaction, right? Okay, there's the Acerola. Wait, is that the 3rd Acerola? No. He only has 2 Acerolas. We have confirmed that. Clips heads. He's already traded. 14 turns for the stars to align to where we can use the double Trumbeak. That's all we are waiting for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So if we had a known hand, we could also pull that off, except we don't have the bench space and we would not be able to put it in the active spot. So that's a thing. Okay. We need my opponent to get us a huge string of bad luck, I guess, to where he flips double tails and can only pop for more than 1 turn in a row, most likely. And then he's only able to Palpat 2 cards into his deck. I assume he realizes the threat of the Trumbeak, right? I assume he realizes that. We have 13 cards left in our deck, and then we can Ultra Ball 3 Pokemon back. We can Ultra Ball 3 Pokemon, and then Rescue Stretcher, then back into attack. So we technically have 16 turns. Maybe he runs out of time. Oh yeah, that could also happen. That actually could also happen. That could also happen. He does have to do quite a few things during his turn. Right? He does have to do quite a few things. Okay. We're paralyzed. Second Acerola. He has more than 2 Acerolas? Only one full art, and he just put in 2 regular art. I haven't seen the full art. Rail. I don't like losing. That's what keeps my drive going. Okay, so he top decks super scoop up. There's the Raichu. There's a second Acerola. The 2 non-full art Acerolas. I have not seen a non-full art. My opponent has been able to make it to where he never has 2 cards left in his deck. That's honestly a pretty cool deck, not gonna lie. The fact that it's standard and it can pull off this infinite lock is actually pretty cool. Hello CPT. The stream has been going pretty well, thank you. And how's my hand this large? Well, my opponent is playing a full paralysis deck. Therefore, I cannot play supporters like Kuzma, and there's no point in playing any cards. Yeah, we're just waiting for my opponent to eventually have only 2 cards in his deck, which are the 2 Acerolas, and then we can use double Trumbeak's Mountain Pass in order to deck him out. Yeah, so we need a combination of a lot of tails. It's not looking great for that. Yeah, it's not looking great for that, but that's what we need to happen. Yeah, pseudo win condition indeed. A pseudo win condition indeed. But we have 10 turns for that to happen. Hopefully, if it does happen, I don't have issues clicking on the Trumbeak and whatnot. How do they prevent the self deck out? With Palpad. With Palpad and Florges with its Wondrous Gift, every time they flip heads, they can put a card, an item card, from their discard pile to the top of their deck. Yeah. Can I grab the list after the match? I mean, I can try, but you guys need to remind me. Yeah, because I always forget. But just from watching the video, I assume you can figure out the counts. You know, like this is a lot of the counts he has right now. Reminds you, yeah, this is shock luck for standard. This is 100% shock luck for standard. Apparently I'm playing Lost March. I wouldn't mind an unknown hand. But even if I was playing an unknown hand, there was no way for me to play it down. Remind Pablo in 30 minutes. I mean, I think my opponent is actually going to run out of time before all of that happens. Yeah. Shock Luck versus Zoro Control. I mean, Shock Luck should win, right? Because Shock Luck paralyzes every turn. Zoro Control uses Seismitoad, so getting out the Stoutland can be problematic. Okay, that's a Tails. That's another Tails, that's good. Did my opponent Palpad this turn? Oh no, he's gonna Rescue Stretcher. I guess my opponent has to be aware of the potential of the double Trumbeak, right? There's the full art. Yeah, there's a full art Acerola, but that doesn't matter. As long as he doesn't have double, as long as the only 2 cards in his deck are the 2 Acerolas. That's what we need. I mean, I could also risk the Trumbeaks. But no, if he has a 30 Acerola, yeah, he has a 30 Acerola, therefore that's not going to work. This is why you hate testing lock decks online. You don't have enough time to play the full game, resulting in you always losing. I mean, it seems like my opponent is going to beat me here. It does seem like he's going to beat me. Tails. That's good. Tails, that's also good. Double Tails is always good for us. I haven't drawn the Trumby, which is pretty interesting. 3 cards left. 2 of them are potentially Acerola. We're paralyzed yet again. There's the Acerola. 3 cards left in the deck. There's a Pikachu. There's a head flip. Darn it. Puts a Palpad at the top. Yeah, we've now seen the full art for sure. So he's gonna top pick the Palpad. Does it take him more? I mean, I feel like with the... we're gonna win just because of the timer, I think. Thanks to the fact that we can rescue Stretcher. Yeah, thanks to the fact that we can rescue Stretcher. And get us 3 more turns. What happens if the opponent is playing a skateboard though? Then they would definitely lose. Yeah, they would definitely lose. But like, they can afford, as long as you don't take all 6 prizes, they probably play Field Blower, right? To potentially remove his skateboards. We haven't seen it yet, but they probably do. And the Trumbeak is still in the top 4 cards of our deck. Wait, what? My opponent just conceded? But it all looked like he was going to win. That was odd. Why would, like, after trying for so long, why would you give up? He still had 2 minutes and a half on the timer. And I was thinking of giving him the win. When he was down to like 30 seconds or less. But, oh well, we'll take it. His hand got a cramp, possibly, yeah. Possibly. Okay. That was interesting. Yeah, that was interesting. Pretty cool deck. Oh, and I didn't see the deck. Oops. I forgot to click on the deck. Sorry. My bad. Okay, we're up against Traditional Tackle. Interesting name. They would never have gone down to 2 cards left as Florges put the cards back. I know, but that's why we needed him to flip tails. Yeah, Florges puts cards back, but only view flip head. So we needed him to have a very unlucky amount of turns to where he was only able to Palpad. Ooh, this is good. To where he was only able to Palpad. To where he was only able to Palpad for and leave the 2 Acerolas in their deck. Yeah. Okay, so mirror match here, where we have the advantage. So it's gonna come down to who waves first. I have the double Skiplum, so I think I'm gonna save the Ultra Ball, discard the Jump Gloves, put them back, double Skiplum, and then grab a Marshadow. That's gonna be the plan. My opponent might Marshadow me though. My opponent might Marshadow me. There's a Trumbeak. Not getting rid of anything, that's good. The good thing is we don't need like a huge amount of not Night Marchers, Lost Marchers in the discard pile in order to get knockouts, right? On our opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so okay, so we did get Marshadowed, that's cool. We're gonna get rid of a Hoppip, that's also potentially cool since it's another attacker. I definitely don't want to bench the Lele though. So I'm just gonna discard these 2. And I will put back the Lele to have as an option in case I need it for like the last turn of the game to Guzma or whatever. But I am not going to, or I'm going to avoid playing it. Yeah, so I'm gonna Floral Path to the Sky. I do have 1 Jumble of Prize, that's important to note. And then I also have, no, I don't have a Natu Prize. I do have a Hoppip Prize, so my 4th Hoppip and my 4th Jumble of Prize. I essentially have 6 attackers. So we'll see how this goes, yeah? putting my opponent down from 7 cards to 4 is going to be pretty good. All we need is an energy to start taking knockouts. There's the energy that we need. And basically every turn we need energy. That's what this game will come down to. Can we get energy every single turn? So I'm gonna go ahead and instruct. I do find a Great Ball potentially useful. I do find a Trombic that could lead to my opponent kind of dead drawing. Now all the Lost Zone cards stacking. My opponent will top deck a Trombic. This is how they look. Yeah. And so we are going to deal 100 damage. More than enough. Yeah, more than enough. Okay. So there's a Trombic that my opponent top decked. Gets rid of an Elm, puts it in the Lost Zone, and I actually disagree with that because I mean, it stops me from deck thinning, but that's not a good top deck for me. And he saw that I didn't, in fact, do anything other than the Marshadow. So I feel like me top decking Elm would have been good for him, right? But what can you do? Yeah, what can you do? Okay. Okay, so Great Ball. Another Hoppip, has the grass, has enough Pokemon. Didn't use Marshadow against us, which makes me sad. I really hope I don't have to play down the Lele though. If I do, I will probably lose. If I play down the Lele, every advantage that I have right now, going first and taking the knockout, the first knockout, will be gone. For sure, will be gone. So we're gonna need a huge top deck here, and potentially some huge Orangus. Hello Jake, thank you so much for being here. Shmir, have I seen Joe Soul Galio Ninetales list? No, I have not. I definitely have not seen that list. Where is that? Okay, Kuzma. I mean, I don't have any other way to go about this. I don't think I can afford not to play the Lele. Because I can't Kuzma, right? If I Kuzma, then I'm at the mercy of Instruct finding me an energy. So this sucks, but Jack, yeah. I mean, we do have 3 Lilies, 3 Cynthias, Orangurus, Marshadows, everything. GG Python, did you get timed out? That's a pretty cool deck you have. That's a pretty cool deck you have, honestly. Okay, so we drew the Junpluff, so we can't use Floral Path to the Sky. Oh, we can, never mind. And what do I think about Solgallo with Jirachi? I mean, Solgallo is a pretty cool card. Yeah, it's a pretty powerful card as well. Both Solgallos combined with Ninetales and then with the Jirachi could be a really good deck. Yeah, could be a really good deck. Jedi, how was my trip? It was pretty cool. Thank you for asking. You didn't have enough time. Yeah. Yeah, we were hoping for a double Tails from your side, Python, so that your deck would only be 2 Acerolas at some point, and then I would be able to use double Trombic to deck you out. So I was just waiting for that. Yeah, I was not purposely waiting for the timer. I realized the timer was a win condition, I guess. But that was my goal, to finish that game. Python indeed was the lock player. Yeah. Jack, when are we doing expanded? Probably starting Wednesday. Yeah, today and tomorrow we'll feature Roanoke decks, and then afterwards we will feature. We'll switch back to expanded. Yeah, in preparation for Anaheim. In preparation for Anaheim. Okay, so we get Marshadow. That's fine. And yeah, Python, people were excited and curious about your list. Am I going to Anaheim? Yes, I am going to Anaheim. He thinks Solgaleo is better than Guardy, but Guardy has the potential to make knockouts out of nowhere, which is something Solgaleo lacks indeed. Yeah, the energy acceleration is something Solgaleo lacks, right? You're going to play the stretchers on turns you hit double tails, but Trumbeak definitely can work. Yeah, of course. Like, we needed you to get a string of very bad luck of like 6 tails in a row or something. Ooh, my opponent whiffs energy, so this makes up for the fact that we had to bench the Lily. Our opponent actually whiffs here, which is great. I will be able to Lily. I will be able to... Oof! Get rid of a Guzma, which is also good news for our Tapu Lele, right? Just making it a little bit harder for it to get knocked out. But now we are 2 prizes ahead. So my opponent can never be at 2 prizes and me at 1, and then he goes Guzma and knockout for the game. Now, when he's at 2 prizes, I will be at 0 as long as I don't whiff energy. And I already have energy for my next 2 knockouts, and I have the netball for my last grass on the jump bluff. If I manage to play this netball, and my opponent is not playing anything weird like an enhance hammer, this should be our game, yeah? As long as I don't misclick, I should never lose this match. And it mostly comes down to A, who goes first, and B, who whiffs first, right? If the person who initiates the aggressiveness doesn't whiff, then they can never lose, yeah? And without N, there are not enough tools in the format to make someone whiff. That's the big issue with this format, I think. Once you get a lead, it's really hard to... Once you get a lead, it's really hard for your opponent to catch up, and vice versa. When your opponent gets a lead, it's really hard to catch up. Okay. So let's take a knockout with Jump Bluff. I mean, with Natu. Not a big deal. We do want a netball, right? Oh, there's no grass energy. Okay, so that's one thing that could delay us. There is Super Boost, there are 2 DCs, but there are no more grass energies, right? So the last grass energy is prized. So I will play the Great Ball to thin this Trumbeak. Yeah. My last Skiplum is prized, therefore I have no interest in benching that Hoppip. But when it will be top taking a Jump Bluff, that's fine. I don't think I should Marshadow, right? I think I'll just bench Natu and then go Synth. Yeah, if I find any energy, that should be game. And I do, right? Well, oh, there's the Skiplum. So what did I have priced? Never mind. Okay, so now it all comes down to me finding 1, 2. Oh no, finding another energy. I still need to find another energy. So I still should thin. You know, I still should thin. I still need to find another energy. Either off of the grass off of my prizes, or I should instruct. Either the grass of my prizes at DC for a 3rd Natu, or the Super Boost for the Jump Bluff. Solgaleo Stomp Spread. Yeah, the GX attack from the promo Solgaleo can be pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Zoroark Solgaleo or Ninetales Solgaleo is better. I mean, I feel like Ninetales Solgaleo Swampert should be a little bit better, because Zoroark is also very targeted with its fighting weakness, right? So like Zoruas are more fragile in a way. With Ninetales and Swampert, it doesn't have any issues with consistency, and with Jirachi coming out, the deck is only getting better. Yeah, Jirachi should be a staple in most every deck, right? Jirachi with the skateboards is going to be quite interesting to use. Okay, so there's the Trumbeak. And thank you so much for the follow, Jake. What does Jirachi do? If it's your active Pokemon, you put it to sleep, and then you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and you grab one of them, I believe. That's what it does. Ooh, okay, so this is one of the hands that... Okay, my opponent whiffed energy, so that meant game. But that was one of the hands that could have allowed my opponent to make a comeback, right? Into 2 is a lot more impressive than Marshadow to 4 or Charge to 4, but there was still ways for me to whiff there, right? Okay, so Oh, it can only grab trainers. Okay, I thought it was any card. Lost March still pretty strong. Pretty interesting games we had at Mirror, and then the standard Shock Lock, which I really liked. And props to Python for coming up with such an interesting deck. That will be all for me today, guys. Bombolando, thanks so much for the follow. That will be all for me today, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out here and hang out with me today. I will be streaming tomorrow, hopefully every day of this week. I will be live streaming, so make sure you check